Welcome to Roadside Notes. I'm Christopher, the Route 66 Chaplain, and these are the readings from the Faith and Good Courage Journal found at faithandgoodcourage.com. Stories for and from the road, a little grace for the miles ahead, and reminders that hope still travels with us. This journal, The Power of Listening, is from my entry on March 26, 2026. The power of listening showed up during a packed lunch hour where the only open seat in the diner happened to be the one next to me. Plates were clattering, orders were flying, and the counter felt more like a bus station than a place to rest. That's when she walked in. She carried a book tucked against her side like a small shield. When she slid onto the stool beside me, I assumed she would disappear into the pages just as soon as she ordered. That's what most of us do when we don't want to be noticed. We create a wall and hide behind it. But she never opened the book. She placed it on the counter and just sat there. Her face told a story her posture was trying to contain. There was sadness there, but it wasn't hollow. It still shimmered with life. The contrast caught me. Heavy but not defeated. Tired but not done. And I'll be honest, I had to work up a lot of nerve just to speak. It's strange how much bravery it takes just to say hello. The easier choice would have been silence. Let her read. Let her be. Let the moments pass unnoticed. But something in me, knew silence wasn't just the right move here. So I said something simple, not profound, just human. I asked how her day was going. There was a pause. The kind that tells you someone is deciding whether you're safe. And then she answered. Not dramatically, not loudly, just steadily. Work had been hard. Relationships are feeling very complicated. She was exhausted from carrying more than she ever talked about. The book beside her was not an escape. It was a companion she hadn't quite gotten the energy to open. That's when the power of listening became more important than any words I could offer. I didn't interrupt. I didn't rush to solutions. I didn't offer quick optimism. I simply stayed. Be quick and listen, slow to speak floated through my mind, not as a sermon, but as wisdom earned the long way. The noise in the diner faded into background rhythm. Her shoulders relaxed. Her breathing slowed. You could see it happening. The shift that came when someone realizes they're not being judged or analyzed. Listening is love without interruption. The power of listening isn't flashy. It doesn't trend. It doesn't come with applause. But it changes the temperature of a moment. It tells someone they're not invisible. She talked until she didn't need to anymore. When her plate was cleared and the noise of the lunch hush had started to thin, she finally reached for her book. She hadn't opened it the entire time we had talked. It had just sat there between us, quiet, waiting. She stood to pay her bill. While she was at the register, I slipped a small note between the pages. Nothing flashy, nothing dramatic. Just the same kind of quiet note I've left under sugar dispensers and beside coffee cups before. I didn't wait to see her reaction. I didn't want that moment to turn into something bigger than it needed to be. The note wasn't meant to impress her. It was meant to find her later, when the diner was quiet and the world felt heavy again. It was a reminder that encouragement only works when it's spoken. That kindness doesn't land if it stays locked inside your chest. The power of listening sometimes leads to, courage to leave one honest sentence behind. The road has taught me that timing matters. Sometimes you stay silent and hold space. Sometimes you lean forward and speak life into someone who's forgotten they have it. That day required both. If I stayed quiet, the moment would have died in the noise. If I had spoken too soon, it would have felt forced. Listening opened the door. Courage walked through it. She left lighter than she arrived. I stayed behind, staring at my coffee, realizing how many times I've missed moments like this because I didn't work up the nerve. In my roadside reflection, maybe someone near you is carrying a book they don't plan to open. Maybe they're waiting for a reason to speak. The power of listening starts with courage and ends with connection. You don't need perfect words. You just need presence long enough for trust to form. And when the moment opens, don't hold back the encouragement that's sitting in your chest. How will they know they matter unless someone tells them? Your quiet hello might be the rope that pulls someone back into the light. Travel well, my friends. Have faith and good courage.